Okay, hello, chat, everybody. Hi, I have my stream layout, but this is a video. I have just I just ended a stream like an hour ago that I was doing today, but I just remembered that the Stanley Parable Deluxe came out today. It just came out, and I'm going to record my first impressions of it. I'm not sure how long this video will be, but I'm going to play it, and I'm going to record my first impressions of it so that you guys can get an idea of my first impressions. And I'm going to show this video on my next stream as the opening to the stream. And I'm also going to upload this to Twitch and YouTube so you can watch it anywhere. But I just wanted you guys to see my first reaction, but I didn't want to go live again because it just felt like no point. But felt like no point in like going live for the whole deal. So anyway, but this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It is a expansion of a award-winning game from 2013 called the Stanley Parable. It is a fantastic use of choice and narration-driven storytelling. It's very cool. Screen and subtitle. I would like English, please. It is really loud. I may have to adjust volume. I have played the Stanley Parable before, yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'll keep it like here. I like the brightness to be up a little more than they want me to. Please enter the current time. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Well, it's 12, but it's not that 12. It's 12 p.m. And it's currently where I am. It would have been easier to go this way. It is currently 12:50-ish. It's like 12:49, about to be 12:50, so I'll just put 12:50. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. This is already more than was in the last game. These warm-up settings were not in the last game. Also, that loading bar was different. This is so new. I'm so excited. I'm glad I'm capturing this. You guys will see. Okay, yeah, it's loud. It's loud. Yep. That is loud. All right, there we go. We'll keep it at a solid 30, and we'll adjust if need be. But this game is... Oh, I wanted full screen, please. What? Oh, no thanks. Ooh. Yes, keep, please. That is cool. Field of view, sure, whatever. I'm not, that mouse sensitivity seems a little high, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm gonna turn it down to like 3, and we'll see how 3 is. We can lower the opacity on that, yeah. This is so much more already. This is so much more already than the first Stanley Parable had. Holy shit. Okay, but I'm really excited. So this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, as it says I am about to play. Like I said, this game came out in 2013, almost 10 years ago. If you want to see the Stanley Parable and get an idea of what just that was like generally, I would watch Markiplier play it on YouTube. He played it back in 2013, but his playthrough is a good example and a good display of the game. But like, this is such an interesting game, and I honestly don't want to say much because I want you guys to be as captivated as possible. So I'm just gonna begin. But this was always like this loading thing at the bottom. That was always like that. But anyway, there is an intro cutscene, so we will watch that. I've seen it, but we'll watch it for you guys, and then we'll play the game. I don't know when it's gonna start. I'm excited though. This is very cool. I love the Stanley Parable. I'm really excited to
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Kevin Brighting's beautiful voice. I missed it.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Not really sure what was... Oh, this mouse sensitivity is still a little high. Not really super sure what was going on with that, like, narration glitches. That was a little weird, but, anyway. This is the Stanley Parable. That is the premise. Stanley works in an office building. All of his coworkers disappear one day. He wasn't receiving any orders on his computer. And that's weird. So we get to find out why, or maybe not find out why. Maybe go on a different kind of adventure. Also, real quick, I'm going to switch back to this. I'm not going to edit this, but I think my mic... No, my mic's at the same level. Okay. I thought the decibel level might have been turned up or down. But anyway, switching back to the game now. Is this a better mouse sensitivity? It's still a little high. This feels okay. Apparently it's got to be at 0. But anyway.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What the fuck?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh my
Perhaps
God.
he had simply missed a memo.
This game is so big. I'm just opening. This is my first, like, this playthrough is me opening the game for the first time. So I guess I have to just let it get used to everything being open.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
he
couldn't find a trace of his co-worker.
I am gonna explore, narrator. Don't rush me. Also, I know there's an achievement with door 430. There's an ending that's out that window. Oh, there's just so much. I don't even know. I know that a guy can appear walking through there as a Easter egg sometimes. I don't even know. That door's still closed. Can like turn the computer screens off. But we're about to reach. Hey, Mondays. I know, right? But we're about to reach the very first choice in this game. Well, kinda the first choice in this game. But anyway. Here it is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is the beginning of this game. Oh God, I don't know. Did we go left or did we go right? I guess go right, I guess.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Oh God.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I just want to take a trip over to the good old lounge, you know. Damn. I feel like some of these rooms look a little bit different too. I don't know if that's just me, but I watched the Markiplier playthrough of this recently, so I remember. It looks more. This room is brighter. Unless my brightness is just more up.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
of course it was.
beautifully constructed room.
Absolutely.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm drinking it all in. I have drunk it all in.
But eager to get back to business,
oh God.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Every time I enter a new area, it freaks out. First open door on my left. I don't think I want to do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep, I know you can just jump down there and die. Oh my God, frames. What is happening? Key card. Can I get a key card to open this door? How do I get that? I don't know.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, have we?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact
I'm gonna
is
jump
that
down
the
there.
story has been about nothing but you. What? Really?
Aha!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes, I do.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to
I
convince
just-
you of this, but I really do want to help you.
I just don't-
to show
it's
you
not-
something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
There's another key card
Stanley
door.
walked through the red door.
What's up with the key card doors? No. Blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I walked through the blue door. Thank you very much.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red
Oh.
door.
This man thinks he knows it all, huh? Alright.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yep.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Curious.
Is this what you had wanted?
Uh-huh.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Sure was.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Oh, did you?
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yep.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Oh, yeah.
Work with me. You give me absolutely nothing
I'm
so
trying,
far.
man. I'm talking to you.
What? Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Alright, I'll take it for a spin.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Ooh.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
The third door rules.
Aha!
Yeah.
You see, I knew I was onto something.
He knew
Where
it.
do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
You just know, man.
Well,
You
it's
just know.
instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where
Exactly.
the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Oh, and it's so
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
I'll be
Let's
the
take a look.
I think I'll be the judge of that, mister. Oh. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Yes. I remember this. Skid, Nicho Nacho, Vola Hogarth, Mr. Hayes Esquire. Did you know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, this isn't real, by the way. I'll go through the right door. Ah.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Mid.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Wow.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
For my best friend, the narrator? Never.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on
Nah.
your experience.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna...
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
It's not my baby.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what
Not
to
my
do.
baby,
I'm
not my
completely
problem.
out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Was it?
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Someone else's game.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Gee, I wonder. It's almost like I know what he's gonna do. What? Firewatch?
What do you think this game is about, Stan?
What?
What's our backstory?
This is
What our
new.
motivation?
This wasn't in before.
Well, it seems
Isn't this
obvious to
Firewatch?
me
Isn't that what this
you're
game is
to play
called?
as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians.
That's
that
so
live
cool.
From up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic.
Is it like
purpose.
random which game he puts you in now?
Yes, that must be it.
That's so
What a
cool.
fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. I
Wow.
love everything about this game, Stanley.
Me too.
And it seems there's even more.
Wow.
Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Please. Dude. They put Firewatch into... Isn't this game called Firewatch? I think it is. Wow, that's cool. This is new. Okay, so the let's play someone else's game thing was in there before, but it was always the ending was just always he would take you into Minecraft and then he would take you into Portal after. So I wonder if he'll take you into it.
No,
What?
No, it can't be.
What? Can't. Oh, wait. What can it be? What do you mean it can't be?
It is. It's an open world game.
Oh!
God, quickly block it off.
Wait, what? Whoa!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Are you shitting
I
me?
really wanted off into that thing.
Oh,
That
God.
big Open, just
You're right.
wandering
Oh,
around,
it's just
no right or
terrible
wrong
open world
directions,
game.
No path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
What?
We're out of the woods now,
Are
Stanley.
you shitting?
Okay, I'm going to.
Well,
give it
now I'm
another
stuck
try.
in the
Let's
woods.
find another game, preferably something with walls, something with
Uh-oh.
nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Is it gonna be Portal? This is so cool though that he. Wow,
I think this will be just the thing.
that was so cool. What is this game gonna be? Rocket League?
Wonderful.
What?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
But there's
Just
cars.
A nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here.
But
now,
what if-
this is game design, Stanley? If you
But
manage
as a
to get
match-
lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
If I manage to get lost in this game, how do I get lost? That looks open.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are
They put
lots of
Rocket
cars
League
here
in this
the
game.
back, but obviously
This
there's
is
no
so cool.
racetrack.
This is the
But
first-
here I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley.
Definitely
I think
is
it's
sports ball.
Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases.
This looks like I
and do
can
a
walk through it.
touchdown together. Yes.
Oh, I
think
can't.
surely we must. Okay, Stanley.
It feels like
First
I
of
can go
all,
through
have
here.
Fun.
But I can't. Wait, I'm becoming really fast. I'm supposed to play Rocket League in Stanley Parable. Dude, I'm gonna score in playing the Rocket League in the Stanley Parable. Get it! Oh wait,
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Hold on.
wait.
What are you doing?
I didn't know I could go through the goal. I saw it was a hole, and whoa. Oh,
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
but I can't. There's just this, but there's. I think I'll fall off if I go anywhere. What the fuck? I was in the Rocket League. I was in Rocket League and I went through the goal. Oh. Well, there you go. I am falling to my inevitable death. Or I'm not falling to my death? Okay, so this was part of it before. Now I'm in the Stanley Parable Alpha build. I don't know. Okay, these are the choice doors, so I just gotta go back to my office, I think. Wow, that was cool. They put us in Firewatch at Rocket League. That was new. I wonder if it's like that every time or if it's random. Because that could be very interesting. Yeah, so this is like the this is what the alpha build. Stanley Parable started as a Half-Life mod. So that's what it looked like. And now he's going to cut me off, I think.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
Oh, do
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Of course.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Okay.
I can wait.
I wonder, because before in the Stanley Parable, there was only one ending you could get if you went downstairs in the building. And I wonder if there's more to that now. And I wonder if there's more like Office Spawn variants. I'm curious. Okay, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Here, I can show you guys this
Stanley
ending.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This ending's not that hard to
No
get.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Oh, it was
He then
part of the
praised
design
game
all
for its insightful and
along.
witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Now, okay, so answering either of these just he gives a long ramble. But like both of these virtually end the same, as far as I know. But I'll say yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want.
That's true.
Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
I'm pretty sure the rest of the ending is that this guitar just plays for a while. As far as I know, but we'll stick around for a little bit, just to make sure. All right, yeah, we'll restart. All right. I just don't know, like,
his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Well, see this guy?
He had simply missed a memo.
No. Oh, I guess you could just close these doors at your own free will. I just feel like there's gotta be more new stuff that I'm seeing. Well, I know about those. Those aren't new. The waiting input computers. The thing is,
when Stanley came to
let's go left
set of
door.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I sure did. I wonder if this is still here. No? This isn't a thing anymore? You used to be able to click a bunch on this picture and it would change. I wonder why they changed that. I'm just seeing if there's anything I'm missing.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Not a single
Feeling a
person.
wave of disbelief, Stanley
This
decided
table looks
to
new,
go
too.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find
What
an
the
answer there.
What? Oh. Slideshow. Okay, I know about the broom closet. I'm not gonna do that right now, though. I'm going
Coming to a
downstairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's gotta be something new in this basement, right? What is this? I can't read that. Huh. I cannot read that.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
I know this
He
ending,
considered
but
the
there's gotta be
possibility of
more
facing
to
his
it now,
boss,
right?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Whoa.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I can't
Why
see
did
my feet
doors
when I
close
look
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange.
Yeah,
This can't
I
be
know
real."
this ending.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh.
He yelled. This is all a dream.
Of course.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
There's gotta be something
he
else here.
imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then
I'm floating.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is
Oh, it sounded
there a
like the
voice in
elevator
my
arrived.
head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
There's gotta be something.
Now, hearing the voice
Is there
speak
just,
these
like-
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
How
This
else?
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes.
Like, is there
gently
something? Uh-oh.
and
Uh-oh.
invited
Uh-oh.
himself to wake up. He felt
Well-
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Yes, of course.
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just
no.
tell me I am real.
Oh,
I
God.
must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
No, there's no way. Is that's all you can do down there?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Of course.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Yep. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Yeah, I
but
did.
It didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Is there anything new to the escape pod ending, I wonder? I may as well do that. I wonder... What? What?
Oh, new content?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it
New
means.
Content.
I just walked through it. Okay. Okay, I'm on a thing now. Excuse me? What? What's happening? I'm on a thing.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I do know.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley
I couldn't
Parable
want to do that more.
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Uh-huh.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay. What happens? Oh, nothing. Okay. Well.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I would hope so.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm so... This is so interesting.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay. Okay. I guess. I did all the jumps. I did all the jumps. I'm gonna leave now.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I
It's
mean,
just elevators and jumping.
yeah.
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes.
I'm
knew
sure
there
it's
had to be
great,
something
whatever it
else.
is.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to
What a
market
commentary
for no
on
reason
video game
other than
devs.
to make an easy dollar. And
Wow.
don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I
This is
intend
awesome.
to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation.
Oh, man.
around this content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the
Fuck.
game, and we'll try to get back to what
Oh
the
my
Stanley
God,
Parable
man.
is really about. No frills.
Yeah,
no
no.
gimmicks.
Sure.
Just
Of
you
course.
and
I'm
me
sure
having a
restarting the
great
game, it'll
time
be totally
together like
normal. I'm
always.
sure nothing crazy will happen if we
What do you
restart the
say,
game.
friend?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, well, he's going to do it anyway. I wonder if this... Oh, it does. Okay, it does. I was wondering if this would continue into a bigger ending than just that, but yeah, it does. Unless this is just like one of the starting spawns you can get. Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
But
I
what's...
want to show you something.
But there's a door. But what's through the door? Ah, it's choice. But what does that say? Sunset? Okay, I'll go through the vent, I guess. What the fuck? Does it say nut? Oh, it says coffee nut. What's through here? Oh, okay, then. Guess we're just going. What the fuck? This is crazy. What is happening? How meta of them, also, to do that. Are you kidding me?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yep,
Well, it
I
got me
remember.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it
Oh.
away here where the game's developers don't find it.
Oh!
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh,
I
what?
call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all
Whoa!
my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Whoa!
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, it was the best, yeah. I remember. I played the demo in the game. But I was 13 years old when it came out.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it
Wow.
was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
Oh my
Back
god.
then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Whoa. Oh look, it's a bunch of endings and stuff. There's the serious table, serious room, mind control, the museum. What the fuck? He just took a bunch of awards and put. Oh. Whoa. I think this is something they probably actually got. But this definitely. What the hell? It's a cot. Oh, the soundtrack. Smile because it happened. Right. I remember the demo. So is this? Oh yeah, that's right. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Oh, look at that. This guy really likes his self-loathing, huh? The Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Was this really in LA Times? Wait, no. Because that's not a real paper. Ah, look at this bench. And this bush that is impenetrable. All this shrubbery that is impenetrable. Why is there? Wait, there's just like a piano out there. What's this? Loving memory of little Stanley. Aw, that's adorable. Poor little Stanley. Wow. What's this room?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from 𝓔𝓸𝓽𝓮. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
I don't know if that's true.
It's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New elevator content. I mean... Oh. No? Memory zone maintenance. Well. I wonder if I'll have to use that. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. The adventure line. Oh, good times. There's the Minecraft house he built in the original. That's awesome. And there's the portal puzzle, yeah. Wow. This is so funny. Person of the year is Stanley. He doesn't have a real face though. Oh, it's Stanley and Mariella. The only two actual characters in this game. Oh shit, is this like a screenshot from them building this? That's nutty. There's the doors. The blue and red door. Wow. Was this a real thing you could buy? For 𝓔𝓸-𝓗𝓸𝓽. Cool. Nice. Nice. I don't know who 𝓔𝓸-𝓗𝓗 is, but wait, was I able to like go back through those? The end is never the end is never the end is never. Yeah. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left
Carpet
alone.
textures.
To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, it's the serious room. But I can't go in it. I want to go in it. I want to go in the serious room. Damn it. I want to go in the serious room. Oh, there's a button. There's a bunch of buttons and a clock. Can I open this door? No. Wait, why can't I go back through here?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty great initially. I want to go into the... I want to go in the serious room. Why can't I go in there? Narrator, I think we should go into the... I think we should go look at the serious room display. It was cool. So what happens if I go back through here? Can I go into the maintenance area now? Oh, I can.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's
There's
down
a fucking
here?
thing. There's a vending machine in here. Oh, God.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being
I want to
collected
look.
down here.
Let me look.
Surely these
Steam
were
reviews.
glowing as well, weren't they?
Let me look. Oh, no. It's a bad
Honestly, I
review.
could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny.
Ah.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even
What the
imagine where
fuck?
I'd have the room to stick them.
This is such a long storyline. I wonder if there was anything I could do with the serious room. What's in here? I can't jump anymore. I wonder if that was a real review. Probably, but I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Well, now it's all stormy because this place is bad. It's a bad place. This one's a thumbs down because it's a thumbs up, but it's upside down.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Oh.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're not preachy.
Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No, you didn't.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No, it's awesome. You didn't do anything. You're a fantastic narrator. There's another positive review in there. What the hell? Well,
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
yikes.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
Uh-oh.
If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Uh-oh.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. Well, what if I don't want to hit the skip button? What's back here? A ladder. Can I go up the ladder? No. There's a clock.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is. So on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is. So on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me.
Can I hit it again?
Okay, so my theory is...
I can.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your finger. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
I have to push the button again.
You've just been frozen there.
I have to push the button.
The skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh my God, what?
Back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Uh-oh.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person.
It's dark.
Oh, hello. It's
you.
Oh,
God.
You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Is he gone? Is the narrator just gone? Is he just gone? He's not here anymore at all? No way, this is just the end. Oh, the plant's died. Oh! What? Why? What? The fire alarm? Skip!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
What?
It was meant to speak to the human condition.
Okay.
But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Okay. Uh-huh. Right. So where is the change? Am I stuck?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
What is that water drop noise?
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Are we back underwater?
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
water spilling in here like crazy. Skip. Oh, Jesus. This place got fucked. Oof. Holy shit. This is kind of scary. And now there's a hole in the ceiling. But there's a lot more light than there was. That's nice. But I must skip. And now there's nature that has grown. Actually looks kind of cool. And now it's worse. I can't see literally anything. Besides like that thing. What the fuck? Oh, I hate this. What the fucking what? Ugh, I don't like this. Why does it sound like people screaming? Oh, now the button fell. Oh, oh, I can leave. I made it out of the room. Is there another skip though? Oh no, the button doesn't work anymore. I have to leave. I'm in the desert, in the middle of nowhere. How much time passed? How far do I go out before it just like cuts me off? Well, I'm sorry that I cannot be chatting live with you folks who are watching this on Twitch and talk about this. What? Is that it? Are you kidding me? What would have happened if I got that ending and went through the,
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like?
I'm in it.
There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Okay. That was a weird piece of dialogue. I wonder what would have happened if instead of going through the vent, I went, through that door. But I don't know when I'm gonna get another opportunity to go through. Oh! Oh! New content! The ending isn't over if I keep going. Oh! Okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
I did.
Yes, I have something very exciting to
It's
show
very
you.
neon. I'm excited for your new content. Interesting. Wow, okay. I thought the game legit just restarted. Apparently it didn't. Weird. Another elevator? Okay. I've done this before.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Okay.
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is
What?
why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
What?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
I
Ultra
guess
Deluxe?
so.
What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I was already so mind blown. I didn't expect. I thought the ending was done. I didn't think it was gonna keep going. 2 doors. Nice. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Let's go. Wow. What the fuck? What does it say? Meeting at 2 thing? What does that say? Meeting at 2 p.m. Get it? Because 2? Just a bunch of 2s. This is all 2s. New mug. The Stanley Parable 2. Ideas for the logo. This is all the Stanley Parable 2. Thanks for attending my meet. Oh, I see. What the hell? This is so fucking
Now, to
weird.
be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be. But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for
Okay.
it. I figure that if I can...
You know what I will say? It's a bit late because it's like an hour into the stream already, but I will like chat in the chat with you guys. You know, I'll just say it on the stream. But I'll like chat with you guys while you're reacting to this because I obviously am not. You guys, this is not live. Like I recorded this before you guys are seeing it. But also leave comments on the YouTube video of your impression of this because this is fucking weird.
loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than
goo.
anything scientific or logical, really.
This way to the show floor, baby. Oh, boy. New features. I'm so utterly baffled. This is insane. Especially because I already got my mind blown so much and I just wasn't ready for more. Oh my god, okay. Jeez. I just wasn't ready. Can I take any of these? Can I take these elevators? No.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The Stanley Parable 2. Office decorations. The Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. What button? Hear your name in the game. Does it just say Stanley?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer
Name, hear
is that
yours.
they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Yeah, fair enough.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
What?
Isn't that wonderful?
Is it like the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game? Oh, I want to know what those say, those profiles. Those cups are different. All right.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
God.
Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience
Okay.
of this feature.
I am now
Just
Jim.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want
Jim,
you to
Jim,
imagine
Jim,
yourself
Jim, Jim.
living as Jim.
Jim,
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Jim,
falling
Jim,
in
Jim,
love
Jim,
and
Jim.
being heartbroken as
Jim,
seizing
Jim.
all of the world's
Jim,
possibilities
Jim,
as
Jim.
and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Oh, well, I don't want to do
you feel
that.
it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim?
I
right
really,
now?
truly
If
am
so,
Jim.
Then please step forward and press the button.
I would love to.
Jim.
He said my name!
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The
That was
button
me!
destroyed you.
Jim!
Do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
So validating. So what if I keep pressing it? Will you get annoyed?
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the gym button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No! No, he took away my gym button. Damn it. He took away my button. Now I don't feel so validated because you took away my fucking button. Oh my god. What the fuck? I'm so baffled. This is so not what I expected. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. Anyway, time for more features.
I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah.
That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Whoa, what? What is that? Please no screenshots. Well, I'm recording, so it's technically not a screenshot. But chat, please don't screenshot this, okay, guys? Please don't screenshot this. It says, please no screenshots. Do not screenshot this screen. If you screenshot this screenshot, don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Don't screen cap this part of the stream. Okay, now we can move on. Gave you plenty of time to think about not doing it. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. I thought the word change was the word orange. I got really confused. Oh my god. Oh, the jump circle. Why is the jump circle still here? You hated the jump circle. The button. Oh, yeah. We did that. I want to see the reassurance bucket. That sounds fun. I want to see that.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
are you gonna like drop the bucket?
After much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
What?
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
It's the perfect solution.
Give it a try.
I will, thank you. That is a really evil laugh.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair.
I feel so comforted right now. This bucket is great, truly.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you,
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I couldn't agree more.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Fantastic. I just get to take the bucket. Okay, we're just leaving. Me and the bucket are leaving. We're going to the next feature.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video
I wish
game?
they did.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I didn't see that there was merch already. I'm going to that QR code. I'm going to that QR code. No way this is actual merch. It takes you... it takes you to a website for the Stanley Parable 2, which is like not a real thing. It takes you to a website that has to do with this bit and ending. That's awesome. Go to that. Go to that on your phones if you want to. It's awesome. That's so funny. Okay. We went to the bucket. We went to the button. Let's go to office decorations. I believe, yeah, that's what's through here. And the infinite hole, apparently. Huh? Okay. We're gonna go through here. I believe this is the office
I'll be
decorations.
honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Okay.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Balloons
but I'm
are
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Why would you have happy 12th birthday in there? Which would I... What do you mean, which would I go with? Oh, I'm supposed to choose! Neither of these make sense. I guess I'll choose 12th birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Was he just gonna do that no matter what? He was just gonna pick whichever one I didn't pick. Look at all the balloons! Look at all the balloons! Oh, and they're all over the pictures now. What's in here?
Well, actually, maybe I should have gone with...
Oh,
no.
it's also
no,
just an exit.
I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Alright, we're moving on. Wait, this is new. Oh no, this is just back here. I haven't been back here yet. There's a giant Stanley. Does he rotate? He is rotating. Collectibles. That's new. That's new. Free new and easy achievement. Get it here. I want the achievement. Free achievement. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just works. Alright.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Let's go.
You see, you'll come to this lever,
Ooh.
and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Alright.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified.
Oh.
This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
All right.
I'm not a wizard, Stanley. I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
They're not really going to make a 2,
We
are
hear
they?
you, and I promise it will happen.
Will it ever start working again? Or will he say anything? Alright, fine. I give up, fine. Whatever. That's the escape pod from the escape pod ending. Man, I wanted to get the achievement. You said I was gonna get an achievement. I never got one. New features, new content, new game. Let's go. This is so funny.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know. That's where I came from. So I'm looking for.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for
Why?
Stanley
You hated
Parable
it.
2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Wait. So I really could have saved some jumps and then done them in this part? Oh, okay. That's fucking awesome. Damn. Expo Hall 2 guide. Oh, God. Why is it so big? Are you kidding? Why is it so utterly big? Oh, my God. Exit. Oh, I can exit. But I don't want to exit. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? What the fuck is this?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2,
I still have the bucket.
you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's
Oh.
truly innovative is that there will be
I hate how
no
this
reward
looks.
for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect
Ew,
all
I don't
of
like
them,
how this
and
looks.
then you move the hell on with your unremarkable.
Are there really 6? I still have the bucket. What? Is there anything else in here? No. No. What the hell is going on?
It really
What?
is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Are there... Is there more? of those little Stanley figures? Is that a real, like, thing? Like, are there actually more of them somewhere? I don't know. How long do I get to keep the bucket?
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I think so.
Ready to move on now?
I think so. There's just a business bag there. Oh wow, how artistic. It's Stanley, but the office is in him. What? What?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
I couldn't be more ready.
Well, I mean, there's
Don't think it's
potential
as
here, right? It's sort
quite
of
magnificent.
Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
It's even worse.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's
I
a
never
lot
saw
of
the
gags.
infinite hole.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it.
Maybe that's
I
it?
can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my features into it. Tastefully, of course.
That's
With
literally,
respect,
he's just...
with care for the vision and integrity
He's just
of
bringing
the
us
original game.
full circle back to what this
Possibly
is
would.
anyway.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Uh-huh.
A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley
Is he just
Parable
gonna be
2."
like...
Let me see if I can whip something up.
Oh.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What? Oh, whoa! What? Begin, please. Is it gonna begin normal and then something with the door?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Did this change?
Stanley worked for a
It
company
did,
in a
there's
big building
balloons.
Where he was
Hold on, we gotta watch
employee
it.
Number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427.
Maybe it's just
and
mostly
he
the
pushed
same.
buttons on the
Maybe
keyboard.
something changes though, I don't know.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
Yeah.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it
Imagine getting paid to do that.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
Get well someday.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all
Also,
his
what's gonna
years at
happen after the
company
cutscene
had
ends?
this happened.
I like that
This
there's just random
complete
balloons.
Isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid,
I'm
Stanley
sus.
found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yes, of course. I just went through my chair. You can just go through the chair, I guess. I didn't know you could just go through the chair. Maybe you can, maybe I can because this is still part of that whole thing that I've been doing, the Stanley Parable 2 thing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh,
No
perhaps.
matter how hard Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
Yeah?
but it didn't make a single difference.
And what business is that of
Nor
yours?
did it advance the story in any way.
What if you can get the 430 achievement while you're in this? Huh. Maybe not. The bucket! The fucking bucket is here! Give it to
Stanley
me!
picked up the bucket.
That I did. Gotta input. There's also that. There's like a, it's like this rope here. Can I go in here? Wait, the new content door's not here anymore. Now it's just normal. What? Oh, what's going on?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I guess I will do that. What? There's no way this is just like normal besides the bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. Oh, I can't open the broom closet still. This is weird. I'm
Coming to a
sus.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
And the
upstairs
bucket.
to the boss's
The
office.
bucket is now part of everything. Oh, I can go in the executive bathroom. There's a thing.
You found one of them.
I
One of
did.
the miniature Stanley figurines.
Oh,
Remember,
shit.
No reward for collecting all of these.
Yeah, I'm sure
only
there's
the
nothing.
Intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Well, that's
You
what I
can't
like.
Buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
This is awesome. I did it. To be rich. Is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to just have to pick one. Okay. That's a bit of a weird way to put that. What? Can I go in here? No. Darn.
Stepping
Ah,
into his
damn it.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Oh, that's
of any
new.
human life.
That painting.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire.
Is he gonna
if
say
not
some-
for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Yeah, the bucket.
Even now,
Also,
in his
that's-
darkest of hours,
this office has
did the
been
bucket's
redesigned.
warmth
It's cool.
and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
So it's still the same. Okay. Whoops. I fucked it up. My bad.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
I tried. The
trying
4
to
didn't
think
go
of
through.
anything on but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all
Ah!
along? Was the
I can't see.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
But I want the Stanley figurines. Is there another one somewhere that I'm missing? Stanley figurines. Where you at? There's one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Another Stanlerine for me. There you go. And I get to keep my friend the bucket. Wait, there's a up now? But I don't think I can press the up. Because I'm still in this weird path with the bucket and the Stanlerines and shit. This is weird. I like this. This is weird though. This is weird. I'm sus.
The elevator raced downward.
plummeting towards an
Oh, but if I
unknown
didn't have the bucket.
fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself
Yep.
together, if
Yep.
not for the
Yep.
bucket.
I knew it. I knew he
Soothing
was gonna
him,
just talk.
comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for
When
you,
does this
Stanley.
end?
Everything will be fine.
Well, thank God the bucket is there. Oh wait, I can go back up. What happens if I go back up? Can I ever get back to the elevator? What if I go back up?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
But what if I go back up? I'm gonna go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3.
What?
I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
What?
The bucket said nothing.
Well, it's a bucket. What do you mean? What? Why did I spawn this way? The number 3?
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely... Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button.
I love the number
time of my
3.
life." Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket.
Am I gonna have a...
After taking some time to
Fallout
show
with the bucket?
around the boss's office, Stanley at last went to the keypad, where he began eagerly pressing the number 3 again and again.
that I will do. There's gotta be more to this 3 thing. By the way, you were not able to elevate back up to the office before. There's gotta be more, right? There's no way there's no more dialogue. What happens if I put in 2845 again? No, just nothing. What about 1987, the bite of 87? Nothing? Oh, okay. Is there really nothing more? Is really nothing else? Is there something else to this office? Is there a Stanley figurine? Can I go through these doors now? Ah, no. Why? That cannot just be it, right? That cannot just be it. What if I put in 2013? That's when the game came out. No. What if I put in the year this game came out, 2022? I feel like there's got to be more. I feel like there's got to be more. All right, we'll go back down. We'll go back down. What if I go down and then back up again? Right? I mean, what if, right?
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Well, I thought that the bucket would be there for me. More on that. So what happens if I go back up
The hint
again?
of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he Stanley and the bucket
Wait.
walked straight ahead through the large door
Hold on.
mind control facility.
I'll go back up. Hold on. I'm not done with the 3 thing.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
What is happening with this? What is this number 3 bucket bullshit? I have to know. I have to know. I have to know.
Here we go, said Stanley.
Yes.
This time I'll really show you.
I really
He ran
will.
to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Did Stanley, though? Is that all I can do? Is there more if I go back to the elevator and then I come back for a third time? Because, like, 3, right? I am very sus of this. Let's see. What about these doors now? Nothing. Number 3? Number 3? Bucket, you're not giving me anything to work with here.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's?
Exactly.
The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
What the fuck is happening? I'm trying to press number 3 so I can show the bucket this shit. But what if, right? What if I go back up a third time?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door of the mind control facility.
But what if we don't? What if we go back up? It just keeps giving me the option to go back up. I mean, what if?
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the
Am I gonna go back to the meeting room for this?
matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Okay. So we are giving a presentation on the number 3
He
now.
advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing.
Stanley,
until
live
it
on
couldn't
stage.
Be refined
Oh,
a
God.
single measure further.
How
On
we
the
did
big
it.
day
The
arrived,
pyramids.
Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Huh? The World Peace Baby. Look, guys, it's the famous World Peace Baby that we all know. The Stanley Parable. Stanley, tonight, live on stage. Stanley, stage door. The Storyteller. About his new what? About his new book. Did I write a book on the number 3? The world's first sentient machine. Wow. A conversation with Alexander the Great. To stage 3. What?
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true
Oh, here's my
connection with a
makeup.
loved one.
Your coworkers. Aloha from the freedom ending. 8. I played the demo, 427. I went to the mind control facility and all I got was just... There's a little mini golf thing. Why? The dude who came up with pizza. Oh man, I'd sure love to give that guy a handshake. Okay.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to
Oh.
the press conference to hear Stanley speak,
Oh.
to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection,
What?
no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant.
They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Oh, no. I feel so lonely. Ooh. Okay. Now what? Oh, it's not over, is it? It's not.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Figurine fight. Yeah, we're still in this. Where are those goddamn figurines? Except that this middle like rope here that was here is not there anymore. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen if I pick up the bucket this time? But me and the bucket broke up.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
That I
but
did.
it didn't make a single difference. Nor did Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna not this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
What's happening? Like, I'm curious if I were to restart the game from the menu, if it would actually restart, or if I'd go back to like the beginning, but the bucket thing was still going on.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yep.
No, never mind. The bucket was
No, the
wrong.
bucket was right. I'm just moving
Stanley
on.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Stanley did not. So I can just go through every ending with the bucket, too? What? I don't know. I don't know. This is so weird. I don't know. What happens if I do the other game's ending with this? I don't know.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I just, like, don't know. I'm assuming I can still go anywhere and find the figurines. Let's go down here, I guess. I don't know. I'm so curious now. I gotta save some of this for the, for doing it on, like, actually on stream.
I'm glad you found your
I don't want to
way.
film for
I
longer
knew
than 2
you'd
hours.
find this
Oh, what? It's the
You see,
baby,
your friends
my
and I are
computer,
concerned
my
for you,
mannequin wife.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Uh-oh.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
I know.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the
broom
Adventure
closet.
Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
I do want the bucket.
Yes, I
Chat,
know
you want
I'm
the
one who
bucket.
gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah, this is the music from before. Okay. There's also the key card doors, and I haven't figured those out yet either.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes. It's
I
as
do remember
classic
that.
now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No! I don't want to give up the bucket. Don't make me give up the bucket. Yeah, but there's also still those key card doors that look openable now. And I assume, like, I don't know. This is weird. Where's the adventure line taking us? What the hell is happening? Like, what? Can I still press F5 to save? No. Is there still... The sequel is now paused. Is there still a, like, save button? There's not. Damn it. Fuck. That sucks. There used to be a save button and you could save in the middle of endings. Well, whatever. Oh, adventure line, where are you taking us?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No, I don't
That's
wanna.
why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No, no.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the
I
rich
won't let
lore of
you.
the Stanley Parable.
I don't want you
True,
to.
It also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No. I don't want to destroy the bucket.
Can you
What?
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now,
No.
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
No.
And then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. I don't want to destroy the bucket. I'm not going to destroy the bucket. No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
Uh-oh.
Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure,
No.
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
I'm not going to do it.
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that
No.
it's really like 10 personality
I'm not gonna
traits.
do it.
What other object in this game can you even say that
I'm not
about?
gonna do it.
The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for.
I would get a
after
Bucket
this.
Destroyer shirt, honestly.
Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very
No.
upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
I
can't
won't.
Get back to the classic Stanley
I'm not
Parable
gonna do
characters
it.
Like the adventure
No.
of the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
No.
Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
I won't kill the
fans,
bucket.
what they
He's my
want.
best
Hurry.
friend.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
What? Wow. 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 I mean, what an ending to end this part of the stream/video on. Oh my god, dude. What? Oh my fucking god. And now I spawn and this bucket's still there and all this shit. What happens if I go to all those places and I don't take the bucket? I don't even know. Holy shit, there's so much more to explore in this game. Anyway, so okay, so I'm gonna end the video here. So if you're seeing this on YouTube or as a Twitch highlight, / Twitch just video, thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment. First of all, if you're not on YouTube, go and subscribe to my YouTube, please, because I upload channel highlights and clip compilations there. Very funny stuff, and this will be there as well. So leave a comment of your impression of this game, or we'll be talking about it live at some point if you haven't seen that video by now. But anyway, I'm going to end this part here. And if you're seeing this on stream live, because I'm going to play this the next time I go live, because next time I go live, I'm going to be playing this. We are about to continue the game from this point, as long as it, like, saves normally. I'm not sure if it will. But we're about to start again and continue playing this. It's been an hour and 45 minutes of a stream already where I haven't been actually playing in front of you, chat. This is a recording before the actual stream. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get to that. Thank you guys for watching this. Again, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube for more just like play sessions like this. This is so fucking cool. I would 10 out of 10 go support the team that developed this on Steam and buy the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's $25. It's such a fun, weird game, and it's so unique and cool, and Kevin Brighting does an amazing job as a narrator. Other than that, I will see you guys in just a second who are here with me on Twitch, and I will see you guys at whatever the next video is on YouTube. Peace!